Hey guys, the video you're about to watch has slight visual problem in the game capture footage. A little bit of human error. Forgot to turn up the bitrate for the recording of the capture, so it's a little bit pixelated at times, but it's fine otherwise. Yeah, just heads up, that's why the capture looks a bit ass. But my point is still relevant and it still comes across in the video, so yeah. Enjoy the video, maybe don't, whatever. If you hate what I have to say, leave your opinion down below. I'm not going to read it, but if you need to voice your opinion, you can. Oh well, enjoy the video. Recording. There we go. Hello, YouTube. Gamer in a hoodie here, otherwise known as Alfred of RGPC. Probably this is on both channels, RGPC and Gamer in a Hoodie. I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You tell me, probably, don't bother. We're looking at Star Citizen today, on a most awful of days. Because, yeah, what is it? It's the 29th. Carrie Fisher died the other day, which is awful. And not that long ago, Debbie Reynolds, her mother, and bloody marvellous actress herself, queen of the cinema really, she just passed away, so that's very sad, and I'm a bit pissed off as a result, because they're two very influential people on me, but we're not here to talk about that. As insensitive as that is to say, we're here to talk about this. Yes, Star Citizen, the bloody one and only. It's been nearly 5 years since this little Kickstarter blew the world up, and we're still in alpha, and we're on version 2.6. I have no idea how the capture is going to go in regards to... Because the capture PC that we normally use is currently down right now. Had a little accident with a bottle of water, so that's out of commission right now, so I'm doing everything. I'm playing the game and recording on the same PC, and Star Citizen is not what one might call optimized, so it's a bit of a resource hog. Hopefully this doesn't go terribly. Well, if it does go terribly, I'll cancel this video and it won't get uploaded. Let's see what's going on with Star Citizen then. I've been in and out of it for the past 4-5 years. I got involved. I missed the initial Kickstarter. I missed the initial $500,000 Kickstarter, and I pledged on the Star Citizen website. I think around 2013. I want to sort of. Yeah, not long after the Kickstarter had gone its way, actually. But yeah, oh, there's Nvidia share. Just going, hello, I'm still here. So, it's been a little while since I've been involved on here and done anything Star Citizen-wise. Back, I remember checking it out when all you could do was walk around a hangar and look at the ship that you'd bought. In my case, that's the RS whatever Aurora, which is like the most basic ship in the game. I couldn't give a fuck, to be honest. Why should I care? This game is not even close to being done. If I had to guess, we've probably got another 5 years before it's even close to being an acceptable level of polish, because right now there's no polish on it. Well, there's lots of polish. It's a very, very pretty game. It is built on CryEngine, heavily modded to what I think Cloud Imperium are calling Star Engine, which is a really cool name, honestly. And they recently moved the basic blocks of Star Engine from CryEngine to Lumberyard, which is Amazon's game engine, which is very cool, which itself is based off of CryEngine. But if you've been keeping up with recent news in the gaming industry, you know that Crytek, they've been having some troubles, which is a great shame in its own right. But yeah, I just thought let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. So the main menu has changed. You get greeted with this. This is Universe. You can go. We're not going to go into this right now. You can go and visit the hangar, that classic module, or you can visit what is called a social space. I think they're still calling it. I don't know. Area 18, which is like it's a little. You can see here, it's like a little city area. It's very, very fancy. It's a very nice little slice, something that you might get shown at E3. Currently, right now, it's not very functional. It doesn't do anything. You can't leave. I know there's a lot of new players that can't fucking talk. Start Star Citizen. Boot up. They go into Universe Area 18. Our Arc Corp, our ARC core or whatever that's meant to be. I don't give a shit. They click on that thinking, well, this is where I start, and then they wander around in the chat going, how do I leave? How do I get into my ship? But you actually if you want to go and do stuff, bum about. They're currently very small. Well, it's decent sized, given what it is, but it's very small compared to the grand scope of Star Citizen. You start on a little space station, I guess, called the Crusader, and you can. There's like, I think right now there's like 17 confirmed missions that you can do. I haven't done any of them because, prior to the recent update, this game actually, the universe doesn't run very well on anyone's system. But we're not here to talk about that. Area Commander is climb into a sim cab and put your pilot skills to the test. Aim to achieve the best lap time in the racing arena, or join a co-op space battle to determine who is the best dogfighter. Yeah, there's a little bit of multiplayer. There's you can do some private stuff with your mates if you can get the party system to work. Single player, you can just practice your flying and stuff. I'm not very good at flying in this. Actually, I'm god awful at flying in this game. I'm really bad, but I'm going to put that really down to lack of practice. Let's see if I can customize my ship here. Select ship. Aurora. Accept. Yes. Loading ship. There it is. Look at that. Look at that diddy little thing. Missile rack. Don't have any missiles to put in it. At this current moment in time, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy. Because I am. I'm impressed with the fact that stuff is going on with this game. But for the most part, I'm angry about this game. And I will show you why. We're going to venture into Star Marine. Yeah, we're going to go to Last Stand. Because can't be bothered with that free-for-all bollocks. There's a lot of people playing it, as expected, since a few million backers for this game. Including myself. But in 4 years of development, there's not a lot to show for it, which disappoints me greatly. And look, there's going to be a lot of... There's going to be some... I'm sure if this video picks up any traction, it's going to be within the Star Citizen community. It's going to be fans of the game coming to moan at me about it and tell me that I'm wrong and I don't know what I'm talking about and I'm not very good at the game and blah 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 blah. But honestly, yeah, you're right. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm completely off the mark. But right now, this game is buggy beyond all belief, which is fine. It's in development. I get it. We're being given very much the most early access ever to a game, which is cool. It's cool that we even get to play a little bit of it. Given how a lot of games that take kind of a crowd-funded early access approach to things go. But regardless of its immense beauty, and let's not lie, this game is bloody gorgeous. I mean, this is just the default settings that the game. This is just the default. I think medium, the game auto select on I think everyone's system. I couldn't tell you, but yeah, this is very pretty. Now, Star Marine, the current module, the FPS module that we are currently enjoying, isn't its performance is far greater than that of the other modules that we've got to get our mitts on, and I think that's because it's been more heavily developed in the. It's been a bit better optimized within the Lumberyard engine. Got my ass kicked there. 2 versus 1. Wasn't going to win that. Doesn't matter. Look at him. He's having a right old ball. Pew 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 pew. You're not going to get through that window, you idiot. Lordy. Anyway, yeah. It's a little. There's no balance here. The guns feel very floaty. I do not like the way that this game, the first person elements of this game handle at all. Not in the slightest. It feels very clunky and floaty at the same time. It's weird. It's kind of. It's really loose and difficult to control, and it's just sort of. There's no field of view slider. You can't actually customize any graphical options anymore. They removed that a while back. You can't do it in-game, I should say. You can edit some INI files and configuration files and all that good stuff, but that's... Come on, what are we doing? This is a PC exclusive game. It's like, why is that the case? And we used to be able to change all those various settings, but they've been removed, at least for the time being. I'm sure that would change come, well, not the full release, but whenever Chris Roberts decides, yeah, that's good, let's give that to the people. I personally think, well, here's the thing, it's buggy as hell, it's an alpha, and so many people do not understand that. They don't get that this game is still in development. They get the idea, they're like, oh well, they're still making it, but they seem to come in expecting a perfectly functional game. Today's big issue in the universe section, in the universe module, was a glitch stopping anyone from spawning in their ships at the Crusader, because there were 2 ships on a couple of landing bays, causing a blockage, which kind of sucks. And myself and a couple of guys, we had a good little chat about that, and isn't that funny, blah, blah, blah. We had a little laugh. But at the end of the day, no, this game doesn't. This section, there's a lot of micro stutters and frame pacing issues that I would love to see Digital Foundry dive into. He got me. But I got that other guy, and that wasn't bad. Now here's the thing, I sit here and I complain about it, and don't misunderstand me. The progress is wonderful. There is, stuff is happening, but stuff's not happening quick enough. And let's be realistic. This game's got a pretty big budget. It's got a very sizable budget. It's still growing. People are still backing it and still buying things. And in the new year, I'm gonna buy a new ship or 2, probably. Come, my New Year's bonus, assuming that comes. But it's. Apologies if you can hear the clicking of Melange mechanical keyboard. Enjoy the clicking of this live gameplay commentary. Control point gained. Even right now. Nice work. Oh, grenade went off, and I don't know where it came from. There it is. Alright, guys. Yeah, the grenades are really buggy in this. Oh, I got him. Well, that's fine, isn't it, I guess. He's gonna have me, he's gonna have me. Here we go. See that? Where'd he go? Bugs. Bugs galore.
Control point gained.
And I get it. Again, alpha, early access, it's not done. It's got a few years left in the oven before it's really at kind of the vision that everybody's expecting. Do I think Star Citizen is going to deliver on the promise? I think it is. I really do. You know, I think we've all been burnt in the past year on in the past few years on games that have not lived up to expectation, the hype. And I think the hype around Star Citizen has dropped. I think it's cooled down, and people understand. Oh, you know, it's a work in progress. It's coming along. It's, you know, it's gonna get there eventually. It's about patience. But right now, I mean, Star Citizen is immensely unique. It's the only game of its kind. I thought I had in there. Yeah, it's the only game of its kind, with the exception of Elite Dangerous, currently on the marketplace, which, in a manner, some might argue has kind of done what Star Citizen's setting out to do, just without the out-of-ship and first-person shooter experience that Star Citizen wants to deliver.
Control point's ours.
But, you know, Elite Dangerous is a really good game. It's a fun game. I've sunk a fair amount of my time into it. I haven't done recently, but yeah, you know, I have, and you know, these past couple of years, and yeah, I've had fun with it. But
Control point contested.
Protect the
as
control
good
point.
as it is, look at this. I don't know what point I'm trying to argue, you know. I started this video off angry about it. It's buggy, it doesn't work. There's games on Steam Early Access that are more functional than this. They're being made by 16-year-olds, you know, in their bedrooms. That's an unfair comparison. I'm honestly just chatting shit because I wanted to talk about this game. I'd forgotten what points I was going to make about it.
Control point lost.
Damn it. We lost one.
Control point gained.
I got him.
Well done, Marine.
Yay.
Control point
Well, that was pretty
lost.
cool. Oh, this is... The controls are janky. The controls have changed since last I played this game. Not just the first-person controls, but the ship controls, the buttons have moved, changing camera, strafing up and down, and, yeah, well, ascending and descending. Well, is it ascending and descending when you're above a physical object, but strafing up and down when you're in the vacuum of space, I guess. That's all. The buttons have changed, and a little bit tricky getting back into it. And, you know, I said at the beginning of this, I'm no good. I'm an awful pilot. And come the game's
Control point
actual
gained.
release, I probably won't be piloting my own ship. I'll probably join up on somebody's big old freighter, just as, you know, as a gun for hire. But, I mean, right now, I question these first-person controls. It's janky, man. It really is, especially considering the CryEngine has got, when this was originally built on CryEngine, not, you know, whatever, Blumberyard CryEngine, it's all the same blood. It's the engine behind the original Far Cry and the Crysis games, and those are bloody phenomenal shooters. So why are we not using those formulas to have a really beautiful and tight and fluid first-person shooter experience within this game? There's no argument to not do it. Oh, we can do our own thing. It's like, well, you still do your own thing, but why not,
Control
you know,
point
use
lost.
this these already great
Better not
mechanics
lose another one.
and setups that are that I know are in place of the engine. I built a naff little Crisis knockoff using a version of the CryEngine back in the day. For some reason I can't mantle. There's a bug for you. Can't mantle over these railings. I definitely could earlier. Oh well. Alright, guys.
Control point contested.
Oh,
Control point
Game over.
lost. Round over.
how did I do? 4-4. It's not bad. It's awful.
New round.
It's very difficult in this. It's very tricky. It's no Spring Chicken. It's no Battlefield 1. It's no Call of Duty. And honestly, I think particularly the current mechanics of the Call of Duty series would be very welcome in Star Citizen. Perhaps not as fast and Twitch happy, but I think kind of the jumping around, the
Control
mantling,
point gained.
not even Call of Duty. The
Nice work.
functionality, the first-person shooting, the gameplay of Titanfall would probably be a wonderful addition to this game. Obviously, we're not going to get that. I died. Obviously, we're not going to get that, but it feels weird. Why are we chasing this unique? It's like, maybe you don't. It's not always good to have your own thing going on, and I'm concerned right now that, at least in its current state, assuming that the game follows through on its current ideas with the first-person gameplay, I think it might be a detriment to the greater game. You want it to be at least a little bit familiar to people. So like myself, I'm jumping between games left, right, and centre. And I'm sure I'll be hitting up Star Citizen when it comes out and going between that and Battlefield 58. Oh, that's not going to end well at all. Die, outlaw scum! Never mind. Emptied quite a good amount of shots in there, you see? There's problems there. The netcode is clearly a big problem. There's massive issues with just everybody's player models freezing and getting stuck in place on everybody's screen, but everybody being able to move around, and you go around and you find a guy and you shoot him, and it does affect the opposite player, and it does affect you, and you don't know what's going on, and the grenades are just buggered. It's the only word for it, and it's, it's kind of a mess. It really is. It really is, and I don't understand why. Being an alpha isn't an excuse, because the engine that it's built on and everything that goes around it is, it's all technology that I feel the games industry has very much, and especially, the guys over at Cloud Imperium, look at this! They're professionals, right? Look at that! What is going on here? I'm out of ammo. I'm glad I'm catching this on camera. In a minute I'll drop dead probably. Yeah! I'm very happy that I caught that on camera.
Respawning.
It's just so disappointing to me. Stuff like that is happening in this. Because the guy, all the people, phenomenal team. There's no question about it that there's a phenomenal team working on Star Citizen. Across the world, I Dave too. And it kind of saddens me that this is the state of things. Alpha regardless.
Control point
This
gained.
is atrocious right
Control
now.
point's ours.
Is where... How is this the current
Control point
state of
contested.
affairs,
Protect the control point.
Again, I'm probably off base. I'm sure there's very good reason for things being like this. It's a very complicated development
Control point gained.
process, I'm sure, on this game. But
Control point
at the end
contested.
of the day,
Control
I've played
point
some
lost.
games on Steam Greenlight that
You better regain that
function
control
pretty
point,
well, and
Pronto.
they're in early access, you
Control
know.
point lost.
Apparently I got by a grenade. And let's see what happens when we hit this. Can't change your loadout. Don't get to pick what loadout you get. None of that. Oh, how dare you. What do you mean you want to pick your loadout? Don't be ridiculous.
Spawning.
The guns have the potential to be fun, but they don't feel good right now. And I think what might benefit this game is a little bit of controller support. Oh, blasphemy. From a PC gamer, good lord, how dare you, sir.
Round over.
Well, how did I do this time? Did I even
No
make it
way we
onto the
let
thing?
things stand at that. Let's get
6
back
to 8
out
apparently,
there.
I don't even remember killing 6 people. Oh, I've lost my train of thought. I really have.
We are a go.
I'm gonna. What's this? An energy rifle. What's that? Big. Alright. Ballistic rifle. I'm gonna change to. Let's change that. Yeah, run with this for a bit.
Control point gained.
Well done, Marine.
First blood.
Oh, I got first, but that's cool.
Better way to show we mean business.
Granada. Did I get anyone? Did that? I got one. Maybe I didn't.
Respawning.
Oh, right. Overall KD ratio. Never mind, that's my bad. That is the biggest problem with this game, is it doesn't tell you how to do anything. Anything. There are tutorials that exist that you can access. It doesn't tell you how to get to them. You know, it wants you to go out and figure it out for yourself, which is fine. I got in one hit there. That was weird. And I get that. That's cool, but I don't think this game needs to be one of those. It doesn't need to be Armor 3. Doesn't need to be, like Armor. Like, you need a big fucking manual to learn how to play this game. You don't need that. That is definitely going to be the worst thing that Star Citizen could do, is require you to really live in the tutorials and figure it out. I hope that they're working on a better delivery system of on-screen prompts and instructions on how to play the damn game. Because right now it's no good. Like, it's really no good. Currently, my right click is not working. Actually, none of my clicks are working, so I can't fire a gun. But I can run about.
Control point contested.
Can't
Don't
change my
let them
gun.
take the control point.
There we go.
Control point.
See, this
gained.
video is me just chatting shit,
Nice work.
thrown together thoughts
Control
and
point
views on the game
contested.
until a bug comes up and I can talk about it then. Couldn't do anything. Couldn't defend myself there.
Control point lost.
But this is the point, isn't it? This
You
is
lost the
this
control
is what
point.
I'm no good at writing reports on. Oh, well, this bug happened. Here's a bug report. I'm better at look. This is what's going on. So that's what I'm gonna do. My cat is looking very impressed. Well, I don't know. Well, we've been going for nearly half an hour. I'm gonna stop now.
Respawning.
I think I've made my point. The polish is nowhere currently. This is my favourite glitch. Wait. There it goes. Can't actually quit the game. Whenever I quit the game, it crashes. which is fine. Has the same desired effect, but yeah, that's no good, man. And then I can't drag the launcher around. Lawmaker's Guide to the Galaxy. Good God. It's a lack of focus at Cloud Imperium that is the problem right now. They are so busy doing everything but making the game. And I understand all this extra stuff, the Lawmaker's Guide to the Galaxy, all that sort of that fun stuff is going to be an integral part of the game. But right now, why don't you just focus on making the game? Let's get it at a point where we go, yeah, that works, doesn't it? Here it is, it functions. You can go about and do stuff, and there's some quests, and actual quests, not just ideas of quests. You know, sort of, here it is. And then let's start putting, I'm not saying don't do this stuff. It's all very important. I understand that. It's all very important to the actual building of the game. What I'm saying is not necessarily put less attention on it, but refocus just for a little while. Get everything else up and running properly and functioning properly. And then go back to making sure all the law's there and, do it in tandem, not separately as it seems to be. The patch notes. Read the patch notes. Has been released. The patch for Star Marine with 2 maps and 2 game modes to choose from. We hope you alongside blah, blah, blah. Important issues. Players in a party will be separate after finishing a multiplayer game. You'll have to reform parties after a match. Blah, blah. Patches stalls if you find that your launcher is stalled. Blah. We've got a long way to go still. I think that's what I'm trying to highlight here, is that we are a long way out from the vision of Star Citizen. However, I'm very optimistic, and despite my rambling, my completely useless, nonsensical ramblings in this, I think we're going to get there eventually. I just hope I'm still around to see it. Well, that's my 2 cents, YouTube. Until next time, I've been Alfred. You're on one of my channels. Take it easy. What is the generator? I'm dead. I haven't got a flashlight. Say I'm dead!